Hi CIT 225, welcome to the reverse engineering website. This is Marco Antonio, and for this activity we are going to create something really special. So I'm going to I'm going to click right here, and I'm going to make a song reverse about Spotify. We know that Spotify is a system where you have playlists and you play songs. So in order to do that, first of all, I'm gonna reverse that process. Okay, so first of all, it's really important to have the database of the user, because each user has a role in the system. Okay, so we have the user. Also, we have the name of the user, last name. Maybe we have the email and the password. Okay, I will do something really quick about this. Okay, so just give me 1 second. Where I create a playlist, I'm gonna create the name. We have, for example, in this case, the name, I will put it CIT 225. Okay, so for all of these, it's okay. Now we're gonna create a table playlist. Okay, so I'm gonna create ID. We need to understand that exactly when the user create ID and the user needs to find the playlist, so we need to have the user ID. Okay, user ID. So we have the name of the playlist. Also, we have an optional description. Okay, I'm gonna create description of the playlist. I'm gonna save it right here. Also, we have the date it was created. Okay, now we need to understand that there's a process behind of this in order to add songs. So I'm gonna find any song, for example, EFE, and I'm gonna add the right place. This is the right place. Okay, so I added that song in my playlist. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna create song. We have song, we have the ID. Also, we have the name of the song. In this case, I see that there is an album. I'm gonna create album ID. After I will make the connection. Okay, album. Okay, I'm gonna create ID and the name of the album. Okay, so in this case, we have the song, we have the time of the song, but I'm gonna divide in minutes and I'm gonna divide in seconds. Okay, we have that. Also, we have that genre ID, because we know that every song has a different genre. Now that we created this, we need to make that connection right here. Okay, so I'm gonna create the database called genre. Okay, so it has the ID and the name of the genre in order to make that connection. Okay, until now we need to understand that every song has many artists, and an artist can be in different songs. So I'm gonna create the table called artist. So I'm gonna create ID and name of this artist. Okay, so how can I make the relationship? We need to understand this is different parents. How can I obtain the artist? Because right here it's beyond 5. Okay, so we need to make a connection. It's like song has artists. Okay, so we have the ID of this table. We have song ID in order to make the connection, and artist ID. Right here, what I'm saying that I am creating a connection between these two tables, and also we have more things. Okay, so now that I have this, I need to understand that how can I add a song to the playlist. In this case, I added the right place in this playlist. So what I will do is create playlist as song. Okay, what I'm gonna do is the date it was added in order to know what exactly. I'm gonna put the playlist ID and finally the song ID. Okay, in this case, what will happen? For example, the user create a playlist. Okay, right here, he created, right here is his ID or her ID. The user inserted the name in the description and the system give the date it was created. Okay, now the user is about to add the song in the playlist. So right here, this is the important thing. Okay, so right here, it's the ID of this connection, the date of the creation of the added, and we have the ID of right here, and we have the ID of the song. Okay, just let me 1 second in order to put it in both. Okay, so now after I added a song, we need more data about the song. Okay, we have the name, the album ID. We will go to the album ID and name. Also, we can have that ID was added. Yeah. So right here it's obtaining the data. We have the minutes and seconds, and right here we have the genre ID. It comes from here. Okay, so like I told, we have the artist. So when the system administrator add a song, he has the table of the artists. So he make another connection, and when the user click in a song, he is connecting to everything in the database. So I hope all these explanations can be great, and it's really interesting to do this program, because with understanding this process, we are able to develop a web app, or we are able to develop something web system. So it's really interesting to know more about databases, and make this analysis can help us to prepare to build apps. This is Al. My name is Marco Antonio, and thank you so much for watching this video.